Welcome to Easy English Stories. Like and subscribe.
The Enchanted Grove, a journey beyond the veil. In the tranquil village of Eldermist, where the mornings greeted the waking earth with a gentle glow and the evenings were painted in hues of amber and violet, legends whispered through the wind. Tales of a secret realm hidden deep within the ancient woods, a mystical place where magic thrived beyond the reach of mortal eyes. The villagers knew that the Enchanted Grove was real, but only a few dared to seek it, and fewer still returned with stories to tell. Among the villagers, there was a girl named Lyra. With her wild chestnut hair that seemed to catch the sunlight and eyes as bright as the morning star, she was known for her insatiable curiosity. She had grown up listening to her grandmother's stories about the grove, stories of glowing streams, whispering trees, and creatures of shimmering light. Her grandmother, a wise woman named Mira, often warned her, "The grove is a place of great wonder, but also of great danger. Respect its secrets, and it will reveal its magic. Disrespect it, and you may never find your way back." Lyra's curiosity, however, was unstoppable. Every day she wandered near the forest's edge, gazing into the dark canopy, dreaming of stepping beyond the familiar into the realm of legend. She often imagined herself as a brave explorer, uncovering ancient mysteries and befriending magical beings. One crisp autumn morning, as the sun cast golden rays over the village rooftops, Lyra decided it was her moment. She packed a small satchel with essentials, some bread, a flask of water, her grandmother's emerald pendant, and a small knife for safety. With her heart pounding with excitement and a twinge of nervousness, she stepped out of her cottage, her boots crunching softly on the gravel path. As she approached the forest, the air around her seemed to shimmer faintly, as if the very atmosphere was alive with magic. The leaves rustled gently, whispering secrets only the trees understood. She paused at the boundary where the woods grew darker and denser, then took a deep breath, summoning her courage. "Today's the day," she whispered to herself. "I'll find the entrance to the grove." She stepped onto the leaf-strewn trail, her senses heightened. The woods felt different, more alive, more aware. The trees loomed taller, their branches swaying as if greeting her. A faint glow flickered through the leaves, and Lyra's eyes widened in wonder. After walking for what felt like hours, she arrived at a clearing bathed in dappled sunlight. In the center stood an enormous oak tree, its trunk wide and knotted with time, its roots sprawly across the earth like the limbs of an ancient giant. This was the threshold tree, the legendary gateway to the Enchanted Grove. Lyra approached cautiously, her fingers tracing the rough, moss-covered bark. As she touched it, a gentle, melodious voice echoed around her, as soft as a breeze. "Welcome, seeker of truths. Only those who truly believe may pass through." Startled, Lyra looked around. From behind the tree, a shimmering figure emerged, a creature neither wholly animal nor human, but something in between. Its skin shimmered with an iridescent glow, and delicate wings, like those of a dragonfly, fluttered softly behind it. Its eyes sparkled with ancient wisdom. "Are you ready to see what lies beyond?" the creature asked, voice musical and calming. Lyra nodded, her voice trembling. "Yes, I want to know the magic of the grove." The creature extended a slender paw, and when Lyra placed her hand upon it, the world around her rippled with shimmering light. The forest, the air, even her own senses seemed to shift. Suddenly, she found herself standing in a place of breathtaking beauty. Entering the Enchanted Grove. The landscape was unlike anything Lyra had ever seen. Towering trees with leaves that shimmered like gemstones reached toward the sky. Their branches sparkled with tiny, glowing orbs, fireflies that flickered like stars caught in a web of green and gold. The ground beneath her feet was soft, carpeted with moss and wildflowers of every hue, violet, azure, and crimson. A gentle breeze stirred the leaves, creating a symphony of whispers and rustling that felt like an ancient lullaby. Lyra stepped forward, her gaze drawn to the shimmering flora and the creatures that flitted between the trees. She saw tiny winged foxes with fur that shimmered like moonlight, their eyes bright and curious. They darted playfully among the roots, their tails trailing ribbons of stardust. Near a bubbling brook that wound through the grove like a silver ribbon, translucent beings floated gracefully, glowing jellyfish-like creatures called the Luminara. Their tendrils swayed rhythmically, casting soft pools of light on the water's surface. They moved silently, as if dancing to a tune only they could hear. Lyra reached out her hand, and one of the Luminara gently touched her finger, leaving behind a trail of sparkling luminescence. The creature's voice was as soft as a whisper. "You are a special child. The grove recognizes your pure heart." Feeling a wave of awe and warmth, Lyra continued deeper into the forest. Every step revealed more wonders. Flowers that bloomed in midair, their petals shimmering with iridescent colors, trees that glowed with internal light, their bark shimmering with embedded gemstones. She was overwhelmed by the beauty and serenity. Suddenly, a majestic creature stepped into her view, a towering stag with antlers that shimmered like crystal chandeliers. Its eyes were deep pools of wisdom, ancient and kind. "Welcome, Lyra," the stag spoke, voice resonant and calm. "You have come seeking the magic within. To truly understand the grove, you must learn its greatest secret, the heart of the forest." The stag led her to a tranquil glade where a crystalline pond reflected the sky above, even though it was daytime. The water was perfectly still, like a mirror. Lyra knelt beside it, peering into her reflection. But instead of her face, she saw visions, glimpses of the past when the grove's magic had kept the world alive and vibrant, and glimpses of a future where the magic might fade if neglected. The heart of the forest is the soul of this realm. It holds the magic that sustains everything here. It is protected by ancient spells and the care of those who believe. Only those with a kind and brave spirit can truly see its essence. Lyra felt a deep sense of purpose awaken within her. She understood her quest was not just about discovery, but about stewardship, protecting the magic for generations to come. As she pondered these words, the ground beneath her trembled softly. Shadows flickered at the edge of the grove, and from the darkness emerged an owl, an old, wise creature with feathers as dark as night and eyes that gleamed like stars. "You have entered the grove, child, but beware, the magic is fragile. There are forces that seek to exploit its power. You must learn to protect it." Lyra nodded, her heart pounding with determination. "I will do whatever it takes." The owl's gaze softened. "Then listen closely. The true magic of the grove is in harmony between nature and spirit, light and shadow, courage and compassion. When these are balanced, the magic flows freely and keeps the grove alive." Lyra understood. Her journey was only beginning. She realized that her role was to become a guardian, someone who would nurture and defend this sacred place.
The test of courage and compassion. As the owl finished speaking, a gentle wind rose, carrying with it a faint, echoing melody. Lyra felt a pull, guiding her toward a distant part of the grove. She followed the sound to a hidden glade where an ancient stone altar was surrounded by glowing crystals. On the altar lay a small, luminous crystal, a fragment of the heart of the forest. As Lyra approached, she sensed a presence, an ethereal being, shimmering like a mirage, who introduced itself as the spirit of the grove. "You have shown bravery and kindness," the spirit said, "but to truly earn the heart's trust, you must pass the trial of balance. You will face a choice, one that tests your courage and compassion." Lyra nodded, ready. The spirit conjured an image, a young fox trapped beneath a fallen branch. The fox's eyes pleaded for help. Lyra's instinct was to free the creature, but she also saw a shadowy figure approaching, a figure with dark intentions who wanted to steal the heart's fragment for selfish gain. Lyra faced her dilemma. She could rush to save the fox, risking confrontation with the shadowy figure, or she could wait and find another way to help both the fox and the grove. Remembering her grandmother's words about respect and harmony, Lyra chose compassion. She carefully lifted the fallen branch, freeing the fox, and then gently approached the shadowy figure, speaking softly but firmly, pleading for understanding and peace. Moved by her kindness and bravery, the shadowy figure hesitated, then retreated into the shadows, leaving Lyra to gently carry the fox to safety. The spirit of the grove shimmered brightly. You have passed the trial. Your heart is pure and your spirit balanced. You are now a true guardian of the grove. Lyra's eyes filled with tears of joy. The spirit handed her the luminous crystal, the fragment of the heart of the forest. It pulsed with vibrant magic, a symbol of her newfound role. Returning home, carrying the magic, with the crystal secured, Lyra made her way back to the ancient oak, where her journey had begun. The shimmering creature from before awaited her, smiling warmly. You have seen the magic, experienced its truth, and proven yourself worthy. Remember, the grove is always with you in your heart and in your actions. Lyra nodded, feeling a profound sense of responsibility and hope. As she stepped back through the gateway, the world shifted once more, until she stood at the edge of the woods, the grove's magic humming softly in her soul. From that day forward, Lyra shared stories of wonder and kindness, inspiring others to respect and protect the natural world. She became a guardian, not just of the grove, but of the magic that exists in every corner of the earth, waiting for those brave enough to believe. And sometimes, under the glow of a full moon, she could still hear the faint whispers of the grove, reminding her that true magic lies in harmony, courage, and compassion.